Welcome back, guys. It's another episode of All Things Single Seater. We are finally back. Jordan, I thought you were going to laugh at me then. But we are back for the Hungary preview and news of the century. Oh, this is the worst intro ever. News of the century. Daniel Ricciardo is back in F1. Jordan, icebreaker. How do we feel about
that? Good. I don't think. Obviously, it's the best for Nick. It's a bit ruthless. But obviously, we know what the Red Bull / AlphaTauri team are like. But it makes sense to get an experienced F1 driver in the seat. I think it's a bit of a test for Ricciardo himself. He might be looking at that Red Bull seat, potentially, if Perez keeps going the way he is. But yeah, I think seeing that big smile back in the paddock will make everyone a bit more happier.
Yeah, true. Because I don't think the decision is really based on him. I think they've used it as a little bit of an excuse and really wanted to put Danny Rick in that car, and it's all about putting pressure on Perez. In my opinion, I don't know. I think it's more to see if there is someone out there better than Perez right now, because at the moment there isn't. Because his pace, don't get me wrong, Nick did make silly mistakes, obviously stupid crashes at 2 in Baku, which wasn't great, but his pace I don't think was that bad compared to Tsunoda. And there were races where he did outrace Tsunoda, so, probably not the best start to a season, but in the worst car on the grid, I just think 10 races was a bit harsh.
Yeah, well, obviously we can be harsh as being F1 fans. We can be harsh if someone's not driving to the best they can. We're like, well, why aren't they driving the best we can? Yeah. We always give a rookie to F1 at least a season, and he didn't even get that. And I think that's what most people were a bit disappointed about, was the fact that he didn't get the full season to show that, yeah, he's got the worst car on the grid, but he's not crashing every weekend like other rookies have. Yeah. He's not costing the team thousands and thousands of pounds, Yeah. He'd have a few incidents, but that's what being a rookie in F1 happens. They're not used to driving that car every other weekend or whatever. Yeah, we'll see how Danny Rick gets on. Obviously, it's a new car for him. See what he thinks of it, really.
Yeah, I also think that Red Bull had to act then to let go of Nick, because I'm not saying that he maybe could have kept... They gave him 4 races, basically, and they said, what was the point of waiting another 2 races? But for all you know, no one knows what happens in Hungary. It's always a bit of a, bit of a mismatch, or can be. And he's historically done okay at Spa in other series, so he could have potentially had a really strong next 2 races, and then we're going to Monza, and then we're going to his home Grand Prix. So it's he could have actually turned it around, which is why I feel quite bad, because he knew that his next 2 races were going to determine if he could race at his home Grand Prix. So he would have been, So it would have been nice to just see him at least get those extra 2 races, but I get why they've done it.
They've probably thought about this a lot longer than we've known.
Oh, yeah.
It didn't just randomly come up last week when
Horner's
Ricciardo
been plotting this since round 1, I think.
See, before you even got in the car.
Yeah, he didn't want him.
But yeah, I think it is a shame, but yeah. I think the way Nick just needs to reset and stuff like that. Obviously, he done an Instagram post today, and saying I haven't commented on anything or whatever, or spoke to any magazines or online sites. He's so upbeat about what's happened.
Yeah.
He's it is what it is attitude, which makes me think next year he's just going to go into something maybe, either back to Formula E, or maybe he'll look IndyCar if he can, and just go from there.
Yeah, I agree. It'd be nice if he could keep his foot in the door with F1. Apologies for the yawns then as well. I don't know what it is. I don't feel that tired as well. I just keep yawning.
I'm boring him.
No. But no, I want him to keep his foot in the door. But I think going back somewhere where he's going to be quick would be good. But yeah, who knows?
100%.
It's going to be interesting. So this weekend, what are we thinking? Is it going to rain? I think it is going to rain. Is it going to rain?
At the moment, it's only saying rain for Friday, and that's 3 practices.
That's annoying. Okay.
So I don't think it's when any of the 3 practices are. Let me just double check.
Okay.
Right time.
So
5 to 6 o'clock. No, rain starts at 6 o'clock in the evening on Friday, so that's just after free practice 2.
Okay.
Obviously you've got Formula 2 and Formula 3 this weekend as well, so they're going to be laying rubber down on Saturday after, if it's rained and stuff.
Yeah.
Anything can happen. It's the way the track is, like where it is, they're kind of in like a little bowl thing. So if like the rain comes in or clouds come in, that's all the temperature on the track gone.
Yeah.
So it can be 50-50 either way. We'll either get Max going from pole to win, or we'll have an absolute crazy race where we get a new winner for this season. Not a new winner entirely, but just someone new winning.
Hulkenberg. You heard it here first. Alright, okay. Hit me. Let's do predictions for quali.
I'm just going to go back on everything I've just said.
Fair enough.
And say that Max is going to get pole.
Stop.
I think Charles will join him on the front row, so he'll be P2. And then Lewis, 3rd, Alonso, 4th, and then Russell, 5th.
Okay. I like it. P5, I'm going to go Carlos Sainz.
Yeah.
P4, Fernando Alonso.
Okay.
P3, Sergio Perez.
Right.
P2, Max Verstappen.
Oh.
P1, Lewis Hamilton. I've done
For
it.
once, I haven't put Hamilton on pole position, and you have.
I know. I just realised I've not even put Russell in my top 5. But I think it's going to be really close.
Late.
Yeah, too late. I'm sticking to it. It's going to happen. Lewis loves this circuit. Come on.
He does. He
Last
does.
year, Russell got pole. Obviously, cars are a bit different, but I do think it's going to happen. And Fernando told us at the start of the season to look out for these circuits, and he was right with Monaco, which is why I put Fernando P4, because I think this Aston's going to be quick. I hope.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I agree.
Nice.
Where
do we think Danny Rick's going to qualify? We've got to single him out this week, haven't we?
Yeah, lots of talk about him at the moment, obviously. I don't know. I'd like to say he'll get in the points. I slimmest of margins, he'll finish P10.
Okay.
But is that asking for too much?
Yes.
I know it is. He's got to prove he wants a seat next year.
Yeah. not just a seat, he has to prove that he can still win.
Exactly.
Obviously, he's not going
So
to win in an AlphaTauri, but he's got to prove that he's got his
No, he needs
fight.
a miracle for that to happen.
Yeah.
I think if he outperforms Sonoda,
Yeah.
I think that will be an ideal weekend. First weekend back.
Okay.
Even if he doesn't get any points and he still outperforms Sonoda, then that's fine. So I'd like to say 10th, but I'm going to say probably 12th.
Okay. I'm going to go 14th. I think he's going to get through to Q2, but I don't think he's going to do much more than that.
But I think we're going to have a few little incidents in quali.
Okay. I'm sticking with 14th, but...
Okay.
Okay, what about race? It's a lottery.
Mine is like totally like changed from my predictions for quali.
I've like changed my mind on a few already. Yeah.
So I'm actually gonna say Hamilton for the win.
Okay.
You look so confused.
I've taken him out of mine for the win, but I don't know. Okay. Okay.
Verstappen second.
Yeah.
Russell third.
Okay.
Alonso fourth. And Perez fifth.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna go Verstappen P1, Perez P2, Lewis. Oh my god. Lewis, Carlos, Russell. I don't know how I got there, but I got there. I'm sticking to it. What is your who's gonna be your? Don't judge me.
Well, I'm judging so hard right now. So hard.
I took so long to think of those plain drivers that I could have picked. Oh god, that's gonna get hate. Right.
Hold on. Why do you think Perez is going to do so good all of a sudden?
Because I think he knows that part of that AlphaTauri move for Danny Rick is about him too, and not just about De Vries.
But they should have just brought
races
that
in a row in Q1, man. I know he's fought back, but like, come on.
I just think, I think they've made their decision.
Yeah, but they said Perez is safe until the end of next year. They said De Vries had 4 races. 2 races later, they've sworn.
We can't believe Red Bull. That's the whole point. We can't believe them.
Yeah.
They're the one team that just can't. Well, I don't believe any of the teams. Not after last year, where they was like, "Oh no, Daniel's staying," you know, Oscar Piastri.
I know.
You know,
literally.
And it was the whole Alpine saga with Oscar. So I think you can't believe what the teams are going to say, because you don't know what's going to happen. I don't think Perez is going to do amazing.
Do you not think?
No, I think he needs the summer break to reset.
Okay. Who is going to be then? I was going to say your biggest letdown and biggest, like, surprise, I guess. Surprise? Shock?
Of this season so far?
No, just this weekend. Like, who do we think's going to be, like, below par, and who do we think's going to go, like, above and beyond?
I think I've really got it out for him at the moment, but Perez. I'm so sorry to any Red Bull fans who are listening to this, or Perez fans.
No, she's not.
I just don't see it happening. I could see it happening after the summer break, that he could, like, you know, find a bit of energy from somewhere and, you know, actually qualify in the top 10.
Yeah.
Like, we're not asking him to stick it on pole, like at least get into top 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just it's not looking good.
You could put him as your biggest surprise for getting into the top 10. No,
but I don't think he will.
I cannot
Maybe
wait
in the
for
race.
him to win. I cannot wait for him to win now. That's it. Prediction changed.
Maybe in the race he'll be in the top 10, but I don't see it for qualifying, so I don't think he's going to do well. But my biggest surprise... I think Logan Sargent
Oh.
going to get his first points.
Okay. Yeah.
That's going to be a surprise. No, I've just ruined it for everyone.
It's alright. It will still be a nice surprise on the day, if it happens. But
Not a surprise for him, because he's not going to watch this.
That's true. He might. If he does, please comment. We need the views. But yeah, I can see that. Williams the last few years have done okay around here. Obviously double points in 21.
Yep.
So yeah, could happen. I'm gonna go surprise or shock or whatever we're gonna call it. A double Haas points.
Interesting.
Yep. Calling it.
You're like a Haas fanboy, so that's no surprise.
Okay, gonna change that. I'm gonna go for...
No, I'm joking. Keep it.
Okay, I'll keep it. And I'm gonna say for like letdown, it's gonna be. I'm gonna say Ferrari. I think they're gonna have another
Standard
7th to 10th race. I know I put Sainz in my top 5, and I have put him in for the race as well. Shit. But the more I'm thinking about it,
to Leclerc.
I'm going to change it just to Charles. Charles is going to have a bad weekend. I think he's going to have a bad weekend. Carlos is just going to have to pull it out the bag now to save my prediction. But yeah, I think Ferrari are going to be below par.
Okay.
That was hard.
Didn't think that one through properly, did you?
No. I mean, I think that's shown the second I joined the call. Like, I haven't thought anything through this evening. It's been great. It's going to be interesting, though. I am excited. Is Belgium next week as well, or is there a break?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a double header.
Okay. Double header, and then obviously no F1 for a few weeks.
For the break, yeah. Oh, that's going to suck. That's annoying. Well, I hope the next 2 races are then at least decent. Unlikely, but it'd be nice if it rained a bit. But again, I kind of feel at the minute with wet races, you don't really get much action or many overtakes, or it feels like a lot of single file.
I feel like it's more the dry races we're getting action rather than anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah, we might have a rainy qualifying, which is great because everyone's out of position. Then it's Max who's winning on Sunday. I'm going to throw out there a question.
Okay.
Do you think Red Bull can win every race this season?
Maybe. But how many races are left?
12.
Okay.
Including this weekend.
Okay. I wouldn't be surprised if they did, but it's one of those where I wouldn't be shocked either way, but I just hope they don't.
Yeah.
But I could see it happening. But you never know. Like, teams could catch up near the end of the season just to get... I know, obviously, a lot of teams are going to start on next year's car. I think Mercedes have completely now, haven't they? So I don't think they're going to improve by much now.
I'm not 100% sure, to be honest.
Well,
I haven't
they
really
started early. I think they might have just started early.
Yeah, but they normally do, Mercedes. They're normally one of the first teams to start on their cars.
But do you? Do you think Red Bull can win?
Oh,
Who do you think is going to be the first team then to win a
Mercedes.
race? Really?
Yeah.
Didn't even let me finish the question.
I was on it.
Yeah. Okay. That's fair. I could see it being them, but I also, if you ask what driver I want it to be, it's going to be Fernando.
Yeah. See, if you said what driver, I would have said Alonso.
Yeah.
But looking team-wise, like Aston Martin, they had a little bit of a dip where they weren't where they meant to be.
Yeah.
So Mercedes have been more consistent and they've been going up and up and up.
Yeah.
So as a team perspective, I'd say them, but if a driver I'd want to win would be Alonso.
Do you know Red Bull approached Albon?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he said no. I don't know how much of that's
Not
true.
for himself.
Yeah. He'd be stupid to go back there though.
100%. And I think he's got a good thing going with Williams.
Well, there's talks of him going to Ferrari.
There's talks of so many drivers going to Ferrari.
There's talks of him going to Mercedes as well, to be honest. I mean, I don't know what's going on.
The thing is, silly season has now started, all thanks to this whole Nick de Vries / Red Bull, Daniel Ricciardo coming back thing.
Yeah.
The past week we've had Lando Norris going to Red Bull, Lando Norris going to Ferrari, Charles Leclerc going to Mercedes, Carlos Sainz going to Audi.
I could see any of those happening. Although I don't think Red Bull would put Lando with Max.
I think Red Bull would want Lando.
Oh, you
Once
do
his
think
contract
so?
is done. Yeah. I think once his contract is done in 2025,
Yeah.
he'll go to Red Bull. Max. Which I don't want to happen because I love Lando. I hate Red Bull.
I just don't think they'd put someone that could actually challenge Max in that car. Yeah.
They need to.
They do. He is becoming a bit of a prima donna diva, if I'm being honest. But yeah, they could do. It would be good for the sport.
Everyone needs to be challenged.
It would be great for the sport though, because I think you would then see collisions, hatred, friendships broken, Rosberg and Nico, all again.
So obviously they're not talking about this happening until 2026.
Yeah.
When the new engine regulations come in. So by then, Red Bull are with Ford.
Oh yeah.
They might be unreliable. You never know.
I've never had a Ford. I have actually. It was.
Everything can change.
It was actually. For anyone that actually kept, as the day I bought my first car, it was a Ford Fiesta. Bought it for £200, drove it home, and it broke down. I'd spent £300 fixing it, so it was great.
I'd probably say that's the reason why it broke down, because you bought it for £200.
Off of my brother-in-law's mate, which I shouldn't have done. Still, life lessons, make him young. Sorry, back on track.
Should have like a little segment in the show of life lessons.
Can you even say life lessons?
I think it's because we haven't done one in so long. We're a bit.
It's like on my first day, like acting, and I'm just messing up the lines. And we don't even write what we say, so it's just fucking. Sorry, everyone. Apologies. Tiredness. Out of practice.
Honestly, the next one will be better. We promise.
It will be. But yeah, so that wraps up the return of ATTS. ATSS. That wraps up the end of this episode, guys. I do apologise. I'm just going to keep it there. I'm rolling with it right now. I'm rolling with it. Everyone enjoy watching Hungary this weekend. I think it's going to be interesting. Is Danny Rick going to do that well? On the fence about it. Not too sure. But one thing is for sure. We will be back next week. So I will see you then.